Hello and welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Rose, and in today's video I am actually going to share with you some of the websites that I was kicked out of, because I noticed when I was sharing that video, when I was talking to you about how I met my husband and I mentioned that I was kicked out of military Cupid, you guys found that funny. So I thought I might mention other sites that I was actually kicked out of. And I must, before we get into that, I must say it's really nice to be on this side of the content, because obviously the videos that I have released are a bit on out of my lane actually, but of course I had to share those stories with you because those are things that I had actually promised you that I was going to come with and I was going to share with you. My last video was very difficult to record, and I must apologize actually, guys, because I realized after I uploaded the video I was looking a bit messy, but I was like, I didn't want anything to interrupt me or to tamper with my storytelling, and I didn't want to get cold feet, because I knew if I pause and go away, I will probably get cold feet and I will probably not record that story and post it for you. So I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna post it as it is. Yes, of course, I did plug it into CapCut to add those overlays that I was sharing with you. But I didn't want to edit it too much, because I didn't want to lose the story, because if I cut off some parts, then of course I'm gonna lose the story, and I didn't want to do that. Also, I want to address the issue of some of you who are concerned that I was sharing too much information. You know, it was TMI about my medical condition. But the thing is, with these YouTube streets, what I have realized is that people are coming up with all kinds of stories, and we have no way of verifying if these stories are real or they are just made up stories. So for me, I wanted to be authentic, and I wanted to show you that this is a real thing and these are the medical conditions that I was going through, and I just wanted to give you evidence, because we have seen so many fake stories on YouTube, and mine, I do not want mine to appear as if it's just one of those made up stories. So that was the reason why I decided to share evidence with you, just to show you that I was being authentic, and these are real things that happened to me. Anyway, I don't want to get so much into that, because I don't want to bring that energy into this video, because this is this is a different kind of video. But I do want to give a word of thanks to the team LNN. I see you, you're coming through. I see you. Welcome. You guys, that community is a community of people that I think that that channel has actually managed to have high value audience, you know, good community, people who are just supportive, and people who are just positive, and people who just, you know, leave good comments on people's video. Whenever you see Team LNN, go to whichever YouTube channel it is. If somebody shares their story there and then you go to that YouTube channel, you'll never see Team LNN bringing negativity to that YouTube channel. So I highly appreciate you guys. Thank you for coming through. Thank you for watching my stories here on my channel, and also for watching that story on LNN. Thank you so much. Like that whole team, you know, the whole network, it's just a network of positive people, people who are so friendly, so polite, so peaceful. Like, wow, like you guys, you're amazing. I also want to thank Team The Truth TV. You guys came through, as I said in one of my previous video. You came through even when you realized that I had lost my brother, when I was trying to update you like what was going on and things like that, and you came through. And I want to thank you again, because when I finally went to the Truth TV, you guys came through. And the Truth TV is my home, you know. There we just, because it's a virtual show, you know, the Truth usually hosts her show here on YouTube on live stream, so it's easy to actually get on and just talk to people and interact with people. So that is home. I'm coming soon to finish my story. I know I didn't finish my story. I'm coming there soon. and we're gonna do that. And thank you so much for your support. Thank you for subscribing, for your comments, for liking, for sharing. I highly appreciate your support. Thank you so much. So now let's get into the video. So I spoke to you about how I was kicked out of the military Cupid website. Okay, in those days there were websites. It's not like now you can just download the app on your phone and you can just take it from there. Those days you used to go to the website, the .com, okay, and then you create your profile. We used to go to cyber cafes, and I think I have mentioned this before, but those cyber cafe guys were really nice because they could have done a lot of things with our pictures and our information. Sometimes you just used to leave the pictures there, and then you're like, okay, these are my logging details, just go there and upload these pictures. I'll come and check tomorrow. Those days people are so good. It's not like nowadays people just do horrible things with your information. And sometimes you get on a video, you get there and then you get on Skype and there was no privacy, as I have mentioned, and then there's a lot of things happening and the cyber cafe guy is there and he's trying to help. So anyway, I signed up to Military Cupid. And then I tried to sort of like say that I am a member of the military, and they kept asking me questions, you know, where are you based and what is your rank and what and a lot of things, and I couldn't offer this information because honestly I didn't know what I was doing. And another thing is, a lot of scammers on these dating websites tend to impersonate the members of the military, right? So I think the website was like, this is a scammer. So as I said, I was kicked out and I was given a warning, okay, never to return and never to try and impersonate a member of the military again. So that was the first site. The second site was actually a Christian dating website. It was called Christian Personals or something like that, christianpersonals.com. So now this website, it was for serious Christians, according to them. The thing is, even with these Christian dating apps, it's not like if you get on a Christian dating app, you're just gonna meet Christians there. There are people who just go there to hide and they're not actually Christians. But anyway, this particular website, and keep in mind it was a while back, so maybe in those days, people who joined Christian dating websites, a lot of them were actually devoted Christians. So I joined this Christian web dating app, and I'm a born-again Christian, and I'm looking for, you know, for a born-again Christian man, and we should get married and things like that. But now, the issue with this website, there were other forums that Christians were supposed to join and share the word and share the, you know, and pray and share what they are doing in the community and in their church and you know, and the work they are doing to build the body of Christ, you know. So for me, I was there to date. Like, I was not there to network with Christians or anything like that. I was there to look for a husband. So apparently I was supposed to be networking with the Christians and being, you know, interacting with other Christians and sharing the word, as I said, and just sharing different things about the communities and the church and all this and the ministry and being all the way involved. So apparently some of these Christian brothers started reporting my profile. So my profile was reported because they according to the statement I got before I got kicked out, they said that I appear not to be a devoted Christian. I appear not to be so deep in the faith. I appear not to share the values that their community share on that website, and therefore I am being kicked out, and I was kicked out. Okay, the third website. The third website was called, and I actually went in to try and grab some screenshots for you, and I got traumatized again because you guys, this website told me that the version of the phone that I am using, it's not allowed to download their app. Surely they're still traumatizing me. This website is called Beautiful People. Okay, so how this worked is that you create a profile, you submit I think you submitted 3 photos or 4 photos. I don't remember the exact number, but I remember it wasn't 5, it was less than 5. So you submit these photos, your best photos, and then they are going to expose your profile to a number of members. I don't know whether it was like 50 members or 10 members or something like that. And then those members are supposed to vote. Okay, they are supposed to vote whether you should be allowed to join that website or not. Tell me why these members voted that I should not be allowed because I'm not beautiful enough. The thing is, with these kinds of websites, like, you're putting your self-esteem on the line here, because I was like, what do they mean that I'm not beautiful enough? In fact, this is something that could be, as I said, is something that could really damage your self-esteem, because the next thing I did was actually create another email address, okay, and go and take other pictures. In fact, I remember I even went to a studio, to a photo studio, because it's like I wanted to prove that, of course I'm beautiful. What do you mean? Of course I am. I created another email address. I tried to get back in, and unfortunately I think they could see my IP address, because even with the new email address, they reminded, they say, we kicked you out. What are you doing? What are you doing trying to get back in? We kicked you out. We said you're not beautiful enough. So that was another site I was kicked out. But that particular website, it has been in the news actually. There are so many articles that have been written about that website, where there's even people who go through surgeries because they are fighting to get into the Beautiful People website. They go through cosmetic surgeries and things like that. So it's serious like that. But back then it wasn't that serious back then, because it was, I think it wasn't so popular, or maybe it was popular in the Western world, but maybe I was not so much on the internet to research and see exactly how popular it was. But I did try to get in, but I was kicked out. So I feel like these days there are a lot of ladies who are coming to my videos and saying, oh, Rose, I was kicked out of this website. I was kicked out of this website. In those days, it wasn't so common that you get kicked out of the website, because a lot of websites were actually looking for African women to join their websites, okay, because a lot of African women were not exposed to online dating and things like that. So every time you would join a dating website, they welcome you. Some of the websites would even give you tips on what to do so you can increase your chances of meeting more people. But these days, I guess now, since online dating is so popular, a lot of people are getting kicked out of websites. So you shouldn't feel bad about that, because I feel like now there are so many African women on dating sites, and of course the scams and things like that also contribute to you actually being kicked out, and especially if people report your profile. And this is why I always tell you, if you have a disagreement with somebody or an exchange of some sort, I think you should block them as soon as possible on that website, so they are not able to actually report your account. Because once your account is reported, and especially if it's reported by a paying member, it's gonna be brought down. Okay, it's like, come on, they want to, of course they value the paying customer. So if you're not paying, especially on these websites like Interracial, Cupid, Afro Introductions, and so those websites, the Cupid Media Group websites, you need to be careful, because once you actually I feel like once they kick you out of one dating app, they might kick you out of the other ones as well. And this is why when I was kicked out of Military Cupid, I guess in those days I was lucky because, as I said, there weren't so many African women on those dating websites. But I feel like if it was now and I got kicked out, I would have been kicked out of the others as well, because, as I said, I was in all of them. You know, the thing is, once you join one Cupid media group dating app or website, you can easily join all the others. You know, there is interracial Cupid, international Cupid, Afro introductions, Christian Cupid. There's even one for plus size singles. So you can join all those websites, and for now I feel like you need to be very careful not to be kicked out, okay? Because if you're kicked out of one, if, like, let's say for example you're on Afro introductions and then they kick you out, they probably will kick you out of the others, because they can see it's the same IP address, it's the same person, same photos, same everything. So if you're kicked out of one because maybe a member has, or some members have actually reported your account, then of course they would not want you to be in their, you know, in their dating apps or their websites. So be careful about that. But anyway, this was a fun video, just because I as I said, I saw you enjoyed that part when I got kicked out. So I wanted to show you that I also got kicked out of others. Actually, I was also kicked out of Match.com. But with Match.com, I was able to join for free. But then they changed the rules, and they said, like, people from some countries in Africa have to pay. You know, you cannot join the site for free. So since I had not paid, I was kicked out. Every time I would try to do something, they say you need to pay. So that is how I got kicked out of those dating websites. I hope you enjoyed this video. Now we are back with our content. We're gonna continue with our online dating content. This is my lane, so now I'm gonna stick to my lane. And but of course I'm gonna be answering your questions in the comments of those videos that I have posted. I will answer your questions there. But now we are back with our online dating, interracial dating, intercultural dating, age gap dating, especially when it comes to interracial relationships. I know that is it's a touchy subject, but we are not letting it go. We're gonna continue. So my name is Rose. Thank you so much for coming to my YouTube channel today. Please consider subscribing if you like these kinds of videos. Please hit that big thumbs up, okay, so YouTube can see my content is good. And as I said, all my new subscribers, welcome. Thank you so much. If you have questions, please leave your questions in the comment section, and I'm gonna address your questions. If it's a question that requires me to make a video, I'm gonna create a video. So yes, we are back, and thank you so much for your support, and I shall see you on my next one. Bye bye for now.